All right, YouTube. What I have here, 1712 distilleries. I have a whiskey barrel, 53-gallon oak barrel. I'm going to turn this into a sink for my new house. So stay tuned for that, and it'll be good. I'm going to put a door here, so I'm going to screw this, and then it'll cut me a place out, and then put two hinges on it over here on the end. And I'm going to make the door to be able to do any kind of servicing I need to do. I might even put a shelf in there, because this you ain't gonna have a whole lot of countertop space and everything. I'm gonna do a sit on top sink with the faucet. So the center top's gonna be like stationed here, so I don't want to overhanging the lip here. So it's gonna be here. I'm gonna do a circular center top because the barrel's circular, so it would probably need to go that way, that route, so I don't have a square and then a circle, because then, you know, I ain't a kid. I ain't playing that game where you put the circle in the circle and the square in the square. But either way, I'm going to do either black or copper. The copper sinks are really expensive, so I probably won't do that. But yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, YouTube. Today I am doing some work on my whiskey barrel vanity for my bathroom to make it into my sink. Today I'm just going to prep the barrel, and then I'm staining it with stain and polyurethane combo. I am doing black cherry because I like the color, and I think it will mesh real good with the colors that I'm going for my walk-in tile shower and everything. So today I'm just prepping and staining the barrel, and then later I'll get my measurements for my sink and then measures for my faucet and everything for it. I'm going to do a black faucet and sink unless I'm able to do a copper, but that's really expensive, so I may not go that route. But stay tuned for that, and yeah, we'll get started. All right, well, I got my barrel taped up and everything, so that prep part is done. I'm using frog tape, painter's tape. I like it a little better than the blue painter's tape that you get. This one's got a, when you peel it back or whatever, you have pretty even lines and everything. I'm gonna have to go around on this and cut some of this trim off. This tape's not as wide as some of these bands. The top bands are wider than the center bands, so I'm gonna have to go and touch that up. So that should take just a little bit. Let me go ahead and get that, and I'll get back with y'all. All right, I got the pieces trimmed up, so getting ready to stain. The barrel's already pretty smooth. If you want, you can always hit it with some like 220 sandpaper. The finer, if it's real rough, you can hit it with 180. But since this is already pretty well smooth, I'm going to just go ahead and stain and polyurethane it. So yeah, here we go. All right, guys, for those of you that don't know much about polyurethane or stain, you're not supposed to shake it. You got to mix it up, stir it. So you got to use a stir stick. I'm using a regular stick. So I actually gave all my stir sticks to my buddy Kenny, which was, probably should have kept a few. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and start staining this, and the poly's added to it. Usually you can get it separately, where you can just stain it and you can add more coats to it to make it darker. And then after it sits for a while, you wipe the stain off, and then you apply the poly, which is the sealer to seal the wood from any kind of water. And I decided to do the poly stain combo because I didn't want to go through the hassle of staining it, taking it off, and then hitting it with poly. So with this, you skip a step. You don't have to remove the stain. You don't have to wipe it off. Once you put it on, it's on. And you can just add to it to add more if you want it more darker. So that's just one step you got to skip to where you don't have to remove the stain and apply poly. So just a little knowledge if you guys don't already know.